Up guys, I just thought I would take you guys on my little journey at work here tonight. It is officially 12:46 midnight Central Standard Time, and I was supposed to be here at 1 o'clock. I always get here a little earlier, and I just thought I would take you guys on a little trip with me around the farm. Yes, I know it's dark. It usually is when I'm here. So just bear with me and you'll just see what you could see with the light or the lighting that I have for you to see it through. Okay? So let's go on this journey. Hey YouTube! Welcome to my channel, Thinking Out Loud, where I verbalize my thoughts, opinions, theories, ideas, and facts on said video, unprofessionally, if I may add. Don't forget to let your mama and everybody know that this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I would say go do your own research, but this video is not for research purposes. This video is a day in or a night in a life with me at work. But you can also go ahead and put your opinions, thoughts, theories, ideas, and facts in the comment section about the video down below. But make sure you keep the comment section clean and never mean, because we don't do hatred over here. Because don't forget, a happy person doesn't hate, and a hating person, well, they ain't never happy, honey. So I'm just gonna let you know that. So this is the first time I actually really did a video like this. It's just a night in the life with me at work. It's really going over what I do, whatever. So I hope you guys like it, and if you do, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you're not subscribing to me already. Hit that bell notification so you can catch my updated videos, because I do, however, do true crime and all that kind of stuff in my videos, and I would like to see you guys there in the future, or any other time for that matter, and check out all my videos while you stick around. So yeah, I guess without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into it, shall we? Alright, let's go. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. No, 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 no. Okay, you guys, I'm in the truck. I got my lights on. I'm gonna turn our overhead lights on so you guys can see me a little bit better. This is how we do it. Turn my overhead lights on so you guys can see me a little better. I want to do one of these videos for a while. I am a aquaculture, what you call it, where you check oxygen for catfish farms. A lot of people don't know anything about it, but Alabama has these ponds and these catfish pond farmers where they raise catfish, and then they sell them to these like Harvest Select, it used to be Southern Pride, and if you ever eat catfish coming out of like Walmart, anywhere in the boxes all over the United States, comes from not just my farm, but a lot of other farms. So yeah, that's what we get. I mean, we in general, but only me on this farm, but other people on other farms do the same thing. Friday night, feel alright. So we're coming up to our first pond. I am not sticking this pond because they just seined this pond, and what I mean by that, in case you do not know, is that seining pond is they come in here with a truck that has this big giant net on it, and they have a boat in the water that has a net that goes across the pond, okay, and they got it attached to the back of a tractor, and they take that tractor and they go around the whole pond with the net, okay? And use the boat pushing the weights of the net, because you got weights on the net. And the more fish that gets into the net, the heavier it is, especially with the weights pushing up. The weights go to the bottom of the pond, so it grabs and drags the fish with the netting all the way to one side of the pond. So once they get the netting to one side of the pond, they will take the net that's in the boom truck, okay, and they dip it down into the netting where the fish is at, and they grab the fish out, scoop it out, okay, and then they put it over into the back of the truck, and they'll do it until they fill up the truck to ever how many pounds they need in the truck. And if there's any left over, they will leave it in the net and attach it to the side of the bank of the pond, and that's where it stays all night until the truck comes back, or and later until the truck comes back. It'll either be overnight, or either it'd be just hours away from, just long enough for them to go dump the load and come back and get a load. Now, I will say this, that would be your crucial time that you will always have to keep check of the oxygen inside of that net, because with all them fish together, just like a bunch of people in a concert, okay? It's hard to breathe when you got a whole bunch of packed people together, right? So when all the fish are packed together, it's hard for them to breathe if the oxygen is, it's just going to continue getting lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. Now, if there's not that many, all right, you ain't got to really necessarily worry about it. But with it being still a little nippy outside, and a little chilly, then you don't have to necessarily worry about the oxygen too much. Well, the reason why I'm not sticking this first pond is because they just pulled out 80,000 pounds. Yes, that's a lot of fish. 80,000 pounds of catfish. Now, what I do is, you see that box? It's hard to see because I have the light on. Can't really see. Okay, now you see that green light? You see that green light right there on that box? Okay, there's a number on that box, on that green, where that green light is. And that's the number that I am writing down. That is the oxygen level, okay? And it is a 8.3, which is really good. That's really good for 1 a.m. Now this next pond, I'm gonna stick it with a pole, okay? And what I mean by that is, I'm gonna check the box number. It's gonna be on the opposite side of me. It's gonna be on the passenger side. You guys won't see it, that's fine, but you'll see me sticking the water. So, sticking the water and reading the box number, alright? When I stick, it's basically me trying to make sure that the pond is exactly what the box is reading. Like it's supposed to be the same, around the same. I mean, it may not be directly the same. There is some that are like that, but I mean, sometimes you're not always going to get it the same. But you don't want it too low, and you don't want it too high. It's not going to hurt it to be higher, as long as the box, well, the pond could be higher than a box, yes, because that means that if something were to happen, the paddle wheels will come on and you don't have to worry about it, because the pond's oxygen is actually high, so it's not going to hurt it. But if you stick the pond and it's lower than the box, then you have to watch that pond, because it could potentially fall fast before you know it, and then you got to get over here and manually turn the paddle wheels on to give the fish oxygen, so we're not gonna have that problem tonight, I don't believe, because it is still kind of cool. It ain't cold, but it's, a little chilly. It's like 50 something degrees. So, I mean, and the ponds are still kind of cool. I mean, they're not even reached their 70. mark yet. I don't believe. Let me see how many degrees this pond is. This pond is 73 Fahrenheit. Okay, so it's 73 degrees. They're just now warming up, okay? The box is saying a 9.3, so we're gonna stick it and see what the pond is actually reading, because my stick is going to be right. My stick is gonna tell me the actual oxygen of the pond. Okay, and the wind's not blowing tonight either, so it shouldn't be that bad either. Alright, so there's a 9.3 on the box, and I write down everything too, by the way. This is the only way you keep a check and make sure that everything is reading right. So here's a pole. It looks like a, well, it is. It's like an old flying fishing pole. Alright, so we stick in the pole in the water. Stick it in the water and see what it's doing and reading. Alright, and you look down there. You see the number down there? It says 8.7 up here at the top. That's what you're going to go for. So that pond is a 8.6. Alright? 8.5. 8.6. Alright, so we're going to go with 8.6. And that's going to be our oxygen for that pond. So remember, the pole was a 9.3 and the stick showed an 8.3. I mean 8.6. So a 9.3 is the box, 8.6 is the pole. There's not very that much difference in between the two, so we're great. We're good. That pond is excellent anyway. The only time you need to worry about a pond is when you start seeing it in twos. Threes, be prepared. When it's a 3 point something, get prepared. If it's a 2.7 and your wheels ain't running, you better turn them wheels on. If it's anything below a 2, you need a tractor in the water, because we got low oxygen on all four corners of this pond and fish are fixing to start dying, okay? I've seen ponds go down to 0, okay? And I'm telling you, I've seen 7 tractors in a pond at once just to save the fish, because that's how you get your bread and butter, okay? So you got to do what you got to do. So we're going to stick this pond actually first. We're going to stick this pond first, and then we'll read the box real quick. I usually read the box first and then stick the pond. Sometimes I do it backwards. It just depends. It just depends on where my mind is right then. Depends on how my brain's working. Sometimes my brain works backwards sometimes. This pond is reading 8.9. That's good. Like I said, it's not really the time of year to be worried, too much worried. Now on the other side I've got ponds on the other side of the road. Those ponds they running low all the time. You just always got to keep checking them. I got 2 ponds over there. I got 3 ponds that are sick, and I know their oxygen is gonna be low. And what I mean by sick is this time of year when the change of weather, they have sick fish and they unalive. They get aeromonas, where they get air in their lung or in their gills, and they can't breathe. So it's pretty much like they are out of oxygen. But then the oxygen in the water is just fine. But they're just sick. It's just sick. So the box is reading a 7.0, and the pond's reading an 8.9. So the box is reading lower than the pond, so we won't have to ever worry about cutting that pond on, because that box is going to trigger that pond first. And it's going to be good. It's going to be great. So, you get the drift now. This is my job. for right now, anyways. Until something better comes along, you know, this is what I've been doing. For this will be my second year here, and I did 9 months at another place. But yeah, so I mean, I've done this for a little while now, anyways. And like I said, even if you've never done it before, it's not hard to learn. It really isn't hard to learn. It's just like riding a bicycle after that. You just have to know what to look for and stuff. You got to know what to look for. This pond's showing a 7.5 on the box. And it's a boring job. If you ever decide you want to get into this kind of job, just let you know, this is the most boringest job you could possibly ever work. Because you're the only one out here. There's nobody to talk to other than yourself or the daggum phone. And you mainly want to watch movies. Like I watch my movies, my Lifetime movies and stuff while I'm working. And you see those things flying? You see that? Those are mosquitoes. When it starts getting really hot, you're really going to see a whole heap and holler of them things. But they don't bite. The kind of mosquitoes around here on the ponds don't bite. They're just huge. And they're irritating because they buzz all in your face and everything. And it's a hot, boring job. And I don't have air conditioner in my truck. Yeah. So, yes, it's very hot and boring. Yep. But most of the time when you're at work, this is 10:05. Most of the time when you're at work, everybody else is asleep, right? So who are you going to talk to? Other than yourself, or watch a movie, or to, you know, TikTok or YouTube or whoever. You know what I mean? Who are you going to talk to? So when this box triggers, it's going to come on before the oxygen is actually low too. So that's a good thing. That's 2 right there. That's good. Alright, I'm also going to stick around 5 o'clock in the morning too. So I stick at 1 and I stick it again at 5 in the morning. So after I do my little, I think it's 20, I can't remember now how many ponds it is. How many ponds is it that I got to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21 ponds that I look after. And after I check all 21 of those ponds, I should be done before 2 o'clock. And I go get in my little shed. Sometimes I go home. I go home the first shift. Like from the 7 p.m. shift till coming in to 1, I go home. But like this time, it's to save on gas. I don't necessarily go home. But anyways, what I do is I just go inside the shed and sit down and watch me some SpongeBob or a Lifetime movie or whatever. Go to sleep and sleep until I got to check again at 5 in the morning. And that's mainly what I do. Yesterday morning I woke up like a little later. My alarm went off at 4:15 and I was going to start checking earlier so I can get on out of here. And Abby Dagan fall back to sleep again and woke up at 5:16 and it was like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be done until almost 7 o'clock in the morning. I want to be home before then. But anywho, that's what happens sometimes. It ain't hurting nothing this time of year because it ain't that hot. But come May, the end of April, when you got May, June, and July, and August, honey, you better be on your P's and Q's because you might just lose a few. Just saying. That's a good slogan for a fish farm. Be on your P's and Q's because you might just miss a few or lose a few. Yeah, be on your P's and Q's because you might just lose a few. Yeah, that's a good slogan right there for a fish farmer. To make them shirts. Who wants to make them shirts for me? Or make a shirt like that for me? Let me know in the comments section. I don't have the materials to make that shirt. I'd like a shirt like that. A big old catfish on the front of it. Be on your P's and Q's, because you might just lose a few. That'd be cool. That's a summer slogan for fish farmers. Be on your P's and Q's, because you might just lose a few. That'd be a cool shirt to make to sell. I just thought, you know what? This stuff just comes out of my brain so quickly. That's a cool little slogan right there, buddy. I bet ain't nobody ever thought about that. See? You never know. You never know. You have a gold mine sitting in your brain. Alright? A little bit of money to make. Hey, I'm for it. Because you don't make no money doing this job, for real. Only enough to pay a couple of bills. You gotta budget yourself very, 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 very freaking hard. Very hard. And that's something I'm not quite used to, because the last job I had, I was cutting trees. And I made money doing that. Like, good money. And I never had to budget anything. If I needed or wanted something, I just go buy it. This job is, because the fish, the agriculture itself is going down. Like, it's just no money in it. Like, everything's high, and they lose more fish than anything because of the weather and the nature. A storm come through, sucks all the oxygen out of the pond, every fish die. That has nothing to do with you. That's Mother Nature. It's just like little certain things. And then comes springtime, starting at the end of February, you got February, March, April, fish, they passing away everywhere, okay? They're passing away everywhere because of sicknesses, because of the weather change. Yeah, they get sick, it's just like us having pneumonia. That's their pneumonia. And they get sick, and they just, you gotta put copper in the water. Guys, I am back. I had to, for some reason, my storage was so full on my phone, I just had to go in there and delete a few things. And a few things, I mean, by a few things, I mean a whole lot of things. Duplicates and videos from like years ago. I don't know, my phone has so much storage on it. I didn't necessarily need to delete. So, but anyhow, the devil is a lie. That's for sure. The devil is a lie. Gotta clean up the phone storage so we can put more storage on there. Yep. But yeah, it's basically what I do all night long. And I mean, I would have you travel along with me the entire time, but I'm just pretty much everything I just showed you just in those few little ponds that I just did is exactly what I do on every pond all flipping night long. And it's just, your main concern is to be detail oriented. Pay attention to detail. Everything. Every freaking thing. And I was hoping that there was some animals out here, like, because there's usually possums and raccoons and, I mean, there's all kinds of skunks. But this ain't the time of year that they're out, moving about, because it's still kind of cool and chilly. Give it, I'm telling you, I'm going to show you. There's going to be tons, when the babies start coming, like, they ain't had their babies yet. When they start having their babies come this next month, the end of this month, come next month, they start having their babies in the spring, this farm is going to be full of animals. Like the other day, it was really, really, really cold down here in Alabama. Okay, it was super cold that night, and I come to work, and I am not kidding you, no lie, my right hand to God, there was like 15 deer over here, okay? And I seen some coming across the road, because I was driving just like this, coming into work though, and there were a couple of them running across the road, and then I didn't see any more running across the road, and then just so happened out of the corner of my eye, I seen eyes glowing because of my headlights, and I went and looked, and I stopped, and they just standing there, and I'm like, oh my goodness, there's like 20 something deer over here on the side, plus these little 15, 16, 17 deer over here. I'm like, my goodness, I ain't seen this many deer out here one night. What in the world is going on? But anyways, yeah. So you see the animals out here, honey. You see all kind of things out here. You see stuff you didn't even think ever existed. The coyotes will start coming out freshly, coming next month in the summer, deadbeat summer. Coyotes are strong because they looking for food at night, because they don't come out in the heat during the day. So yeah, I'm just telling you, you'll hear them, you'll see them. There'll be so many everywhere. So yeah, so stay tuned, because I got a bunch of videos for that. Just stay tuned. I promise you. I can promise you they're gonna be some. I'm gonna post, because they're gonna be some funny moment, entertainment. Animals always entertain you. It don't matter. Just animals always gonna entertain you. So there's one video that I've got posted back last year of a skunk walking down the road in front of me while I'm driving. I'm just giving it headlight, I'm just getting it light, because he wasn't going nowhere. He was walking in the middle of the road and never once ducked off to the side until we turned the curve, and then he decided to keep going straight, and that was it. But that was the funniest thing ever. I thought that video was gonna go viral, because that was just the funniest and the cutest thing ever. Maybe if I would have added, maybe I ought to go back and re-edit it and add some sound to it, because that would have been funny as hell. Oh my god, you bust out laughing. This pond's a 12-8. Okie dokie, then I got fingerlings in this pond. Fingerlings are the little bitty 1-inch catfish. I think their mouths are probably as big as my pinky finger. They're really small. Yeah, really, really small. Oh, and another thing, snakes. Oh my god. When it starts getting really, really hot, snakes are outrageous around here. Now, I say snakes, but there's only one type of snake that's actually out here on this farm, and that's water snakes. And to be honest with you, I did not even know there was a such thing. I just always said snakes that were in the water were water moccasins, copperhead or cottonmouths. And I was like, I don't believe in no water snakes. A snake is a snake. I don't care. It's in the water. It's a water moccasin. But it's not true. They are not poisonous snakes. However, if they were to bite you, it would take thousands to literally make you sick or whatever. But I mean, a snake bite's gonna hurt either way it goes. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Snake bite's gonna hurt, and it's fixing to be mating season for them. And when I stick my pole in the water, they attack that son of a gun. They chase you, okay? So, if you are around their territory, you see them. I just seen some the other night. The water was starting to get warmer, and they popping their heads up, and they literally sitting on the bottom, and they got their head up out of the water, probably about that far out of the water. And around this time of night, they'll be eating bugs. But yeah, I'm telling you, I can't stand them things. I can't stand none of them. All you snake lovers out there, hey, more power to you, buddy. Keep them snakes where y'all are, okay? You can come over here and get these too if you want to. Just stay away from me. I don't believe in that mess. I don't play with snakes. They crawl on their belly for a reason, okay? And you can't trust a snake, okay? I always remember that I was raised that way. Yes, an animal is an animal, and you can't hurt an animal. That's cool, but keep a sucker over yonder somewhere. Keep it away from me, okay? Because I come unglued when I see one of them things. It don't too much bother me because they're in the water and I'm in the truck, but I will come unglued. I'm telling you, my boss man pulled up the other day and threw a shoestring at me. He's like, catch that snake. And I come unglued over a shoestring. Don't do that. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. No, we ain't playing games like that. No. I'll hurt myself and hurt you and everybody else over that. Don't do that. That ain't cool. That ain't cool one bit. But like I said, I'm not going to hurt them. I'm just going to stay away from them. And y'all can come and get whatever you want and get them out of my way. I don't care. But I was raised that you know, they crawl on their bellies for a reason because you can't trust them. Okay? You can't trust them. And you know, I don't, and I'm sorry, if I can't control it, I don't want it. My neighbor's got one. My neighbor's got a snake, and that's okay. But like I told her, I said, you make sure that thing don't get out. You better feed it when it's supposed to be fed. I'm telling you, I don't be playing with that crap. Nope. I don't play that. But anywho, on to the next subject. I'm getting the heebie-jeebies just thinking about it and talking about it. I'm talking about the crap. No, we talk about something else. Talk about how this pond right here is sick. It's freshly sick. Just found out yesterday that it's sick, and he treated it with copper. That's what I was saying on my at the end of the video, or at the end of when they get sick like that, you have to treat them with copper, the powder copper. They put it in the water, and all the weak ones that are already kind of weak, they'll, you know, unalive off, and then the stronger ones, it'll clean the pond out and everything, and it will get the sickness off of the stronger ones, and then everything will be happy-go-lucky. But as far as the weaklings, I'm just so sorry for you, but they're all gonna be a goner. And I'll show you some right now. Let me show you some right now. You see them? See them right there? The little ones? Those are the little fingerlings. Yeah. They got sick. And because of the change of the weather, it had nothing to do with oxygen. And they get sick. They're prone to get sick faster. There's some obvious reasons. They're smaller. So yeah. And it's sad. It really is that it happens that way. But that's the part of fishing, or the part of fish life. You know, it happens. So it is what it is, you know. Part of life. So anyways, yeah. On to the other side of the road now. I got like 8 ponds over there to check. And then I'm going to go to the shop and chill out in the recliner, watch a movie, edit this video, and yeah, see you guys on the next one. So make sure you guys are subscribing, and if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button, and don't forget to click that bell, notification bell, so you can catch the next video as I update them. And for TikTok, well, you guys, y'all just hit the follow button and follow me. You get good, exciting videos. And until then, I love you guys. You be safe out there. And don't forget to say your prayers. The good Lord loves ya. Time is 6:48. And real quick, I just thought I would let you know that I am officially on my way home from work. I made those hours. As you can tell, I am tired. More like sleepy, trying to get down the road. So I'm going to make this video quick because this is actually not good to be on the phone while driving. So Y'all have a blessed, wonderful day, and thank you for being a part of my journey on my night at work. Bye. Again, be safe. I love you guys, and don't forget to say your prayers.